Hello, good morning. If you're listening to this now, that probably means that you are joining in later. So I just want to say hello. And I'm just going to wait for people to start popping in. And I have a new tutorial to show you all. I think you all will really like it. This is a very quick mini album to create for craft fairs. Hello, good morning. Well, I'm really excited to be showing you all this new tutorial. I think that y'all will like it. It's pretty fast and easy. It doesn't use up a whole lot of tape or materials, and that's why I really like this. Well, I'm so glad you're doing good. I see people are starting to pop in. We've got 3 so far. Well, 2. I'll wait about 2 more minutes and then I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so this mini album, the pages itself are 6 by 6, okay? And this is so easy peasy. Y'all are going to be blown away by this mini album. I couldn't believe how fast I got this done, okay? And that was like really decorating the page too. So my cover, I normally don't do a whole lot of multimedia on my covers, but I wanted to try some of the new products. I usually do a lot of multimedia on cards and layouts and stuff like that. But let me give you the measurements here. So the actual cover of the album is 6.5 by 6.5. Okay, and the reason why I gave that extra space is in case you wanted to use tabs on your mats. Okay, then here, this is 3 7/8 by, of course, 6.5. Okay, so this is a pretty decent size album, and you're not going to believe this. Okay, for the pages themselves, I used 6 sheets of 12 by 12 piece of paper, which created 36 pages. And if you include your inside, okay, that would be 37, 38. Okay, that's 38 pages plus your mats, okay, is, let's see, 48, 50. So it should be like 50 pages altogether. Isn't that crazy? Good morning. Hi, Pam. Thank you. Yes, this is actually a mixture of 2 different paper lines. This is the Prima Rossabelle and also Vintage Emporium. I used their, I don't know what they call it, A4, A7 something, whatever. It's the longer pad of paper to create this. So I was able to create this mini album so fast it was insane. But anyway, so let's get into what this is going to look like. And we're going to be doing this with our party time paper, okay? This is just a pocket right here, okay? And then you have your 1, 2 pocket, mat, pocket, page, and page. This is 1 signature. So you will have 6 signatures all identical, okay? And the reason why I say that, and you can add in extra stuff if you want to do other things and other flips and flaps, that's up to you. But I'm letting you know that you're going to be able to do this particular design in a very short amount of time. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Jennifer. I'm going to try to pop in and see who's all joining. Hi, Sharon. Girl, I want to go to Salem. I'm not kidding. I want to visit there so bad. Okay, and then of course I did another messenger board is what I call it, or little note board. I don't have any buttons that match this paper, so I'm gonna have to stop at Hobby Lobby sometime this week and grab some. I made this for a friend. She's actually going to turn this into a cookbook, so she can hold her recipes and put photos in here at the same time. So I know it's a little bit of a smaller one, but that's what she wanted. So all in all, my friend Francis really likes it. So this is so easy peasy. I'm telling you, I can't even explain how easy this will be. I am going to write down the measurements for you. I can. Hi, Tamara. I can make, let me show Tamara this real quick because she hasn't even seen this yet, real fast. Okay, so I was explaining that the pages themselves are 6 by 6. I used 6 12 by 12 pieces of paper to make these, which came out to 36 pages, and I'm not including the mats, okay? The mats, you're going to use separate pages. But anyway, so this is the first signature, and all the signatures are identical. So you have your 2 pages of pocket, and 2 pages, and then your mat. It's okay, Tamara. I'm really just starting. Good morning. Hi, Lisa. I know I kind of came in not knowing when exactly I was going to do this, and I thought, you know what the heck? Let's get this going. You know, I'm a little spastic today. When am I not spastic? Anyway. Then I have my little pocket page. You could create a waterfall if you want to on both of these pages. I leave plenty of room for you to be able to create waterfalls if you want to. I just did, my friend wanted the pocket and then she wanted the messenger board. So this was what my friend wanted. So basically this holds a lot of photos, okay? A lot of real estate to be able to have in such a little book with little material used. Seriously, it's crazy. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. This is gonna be so easy, guys, that you're gonna be blown away. So let's get started. I'm gonna take one 12 by 12 piece of paper and we will get started with this. Now, you can cut this down to whatever you want to. And I mean like cut down. What I mean by that is if you want to make the pages shorter, as in you only want 4 signatures versus 6, or whatever, you can make it a smaller mini album if you want to. But this was so easy, I think you guys won't mind this. I think that you could make a lot of these for craft fairs. And if you can get one of these done in a day, or like I said, 4 hours, it's amazing. So first of all, you're going to take your 12 by 12 piece of paper. You're going to score it at 6. Turn it 1 time and score it at 6. So you should have 4 6-inch squares, okay? How easy is that, guys? I know you're like, what? She's crazy. Okay, this is where the fun comes in. I'm going to use this little cutting board just because I can see exactly down my center line that I need to, okay? Let me see. I need to bring my light a little bit closer to me. I apologize because my lighting in here stinks. It's just, I need an overhead light is what I need. Okay, so I'm going to take my cutting board and I'm going to cut right down to that first 6-inch line, okay, your first score line right here, but I'm just going to carry it over about a 1/16 of an inch just to give it a little bit of space so that when you're putting it on your hinges, it will fit on there, okay? So let me make sure I have this lined up right. Yeah, I do. Okay. So I'm just going to, there's my line right there, and I'm just going to carry it over a slight, well, yeah, slight bit, just 1/16 of an inch. I know that's crazy, but it will help. Then we're going to take our paper. So your open flap is going to be to your left. And it may be the opposite way if you're right-handed or left-handed. I mean, that's completely up to you. You're going to fold it. Okay. And then burnish it in. And then here we go. And I just make sure they're all lined up properly. That's what I do. I just line these up and then flip it over and do the same thing. Okay, so guys, look at how easy that was. Are you totally blown away by this? Look at this. That is so simple. Here's your hinge. Okay, and this is where your mat is going to slide in here. Okay, so then we know that our page is 6 inches. Okay, so now we're going to make our closure for this. Now you're going to need 6 of these, okay? Then you're going to take some, and I'm just using some scrap paper. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I'm delirious. I apologize. I had this organized, but apparently I don't. Okay, so I'm going to, I believe it's 2 1/4. Okay, so you're going to take your paper, you're going to score it down at 2 1/4. Now I'm just using a scrap piece of paper, okay? You just need to make sure that it's long enough, and I'll give that measurement to you in a second. I believe it's 9 inches. So 2 1/4, and then you're going to score it 4 1/2, okay? And then you're actually going to cut it at 4 1/2. So let's get rid of that already. I know y'all think I'm nuts, but I want to give you the right measurements all the way. So here we go. Okay. Then I'm going to score it at a 1/2 inch. Okay. We're going to go to 6 1/2. And 7. I hope that's right. Okay. We're going to find out in about 2 seconds. It should be. Then I'm going to fold on my little score lines because these are going to make my pockets. I'm just double checking this is right, guys, before I totally give you these measurements. I know I do all this on the fly. It's crazy. And it is. Whoa! Hallelujah. Thank goodness I said something right today. So again, you're going to have a piece of paper that's 4 1/2 by 7 inches, okay? Again, you're going to score at 2 1/4 on your 4 1/2 inch side. Then you're going to turn it back to your 7 inch side, score at a 1/2 inch, and then 6 1/2. You're going to make 6 of these. I know, guys, I'm sorry, I'm hilarious. You know, sometimes I have brain farts, so I apologize if I do. And this is what I do, kind of like what Tamara does. I like to go ahead and miter my corners, okay, to make sure that they fold over nicely. So in my center here, I'm just going to take a little snip, and I know it's hard to see on black paper, but I started off with craft paper when I was making this album, and I just didn't like it. So, and then I just kind of snip it, and then I snip this. Just miter them a little bit. Not too much. Don't get crazy now. And you could actually snip this after you put your tape on if you want to use tape. I'm going to use glue. So far, this is pretty darn easy. I am going to, hi everybody. I know I'm kind of missing some of the comments. I apologize. Let me just, hi Laura. Welcome to our group. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that we have, if I've missed anybody's questions. And Melody, yes, I am going to have the measurements written down for you. I know, I haven't even written them down. Isn't that crazy? I know that's really bad, but I never write them down. But I will do it for y'all this time. Okay, just making sure I'm not, isn't a pocket done like that going to add bulk to the book? Yes, but if you don't have, let me explain to you why I kind of wanted to do a expandable pocket. The reason why I'm giving the space is because I thought that this would be a perfect way. Actually, this is Tamara's idea, to come up with a book that you could hold all your birthday cards in, that you pre-make out of the Craftology box kit that we're having is birthday related. So if you really think about this, this is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, etc., etc. So each one of these signatures will hold 2 months worth of cards if you make them small enough to fit in here. But you could also use these albums as quick ways to make mini albums to sell. So that was kind of our thought on this one. So she just said, hey, I got this idea. Can you come up with something? I said, yes. So I did. And I thought, well, let's make it where it's a super fast album to create. So that's where I kind of came up with that idea. Okay, so you could, if you don't want to have the expandable pockets, you could easily just make it 6 inches by 4.5 and then put your tape here. But then if you put your tape or glue here, that limits you from all that space to use, because that's going to be closed off now. So it will even make your pocket smaller. So that's absolutely up to you. Hi, Alka. I don't have a blog. I'm totally not a blogger. Not at all. I wish I were. I've tried and I've tried. I'm just, I'm too ADD for blogging. And I don't even vlog, which is like video logging. I don't do that either. So, but anyway, so let's start off with our, and I know I confuse people by doing this, and I don't mean to. The way I create my albums, I do my albums page by page. Then I create my binding last. And I know that is a bit confusing for some people, but for me, that's just kind of the way I do it. I'm sorry. I know I've had a couple of people comment on my YouTube that I kind of do everything at once. But really, for me, doing page by page, step by step, is a lot easier than creating the book all at one time. Because I never know what I'm going to do or put in there. So I'm always like crazy on the fly. I wish I were not. I'm just cutting off my little extra piece here. So then I'm going to take my 12 by 12 paper. Now we're going to come up with our covers for this. So you will only need one 12 by 12 to cover all these pages here. Okay. Which is nice. I've never had that happen before. So, okay. So normally you would do 6 by 6, right? Well, instead we're going to score it at 5 7/8, and then 6 1/8. Okay. Then you're going to turn your paper one time, and you're going to score in the exact same spot. Okay. I don't have a cutter that is 12 inches long, and that's why I do the scoring. That's completely up to you. You do not have to do the scoring for this portion of it, but you do, obviously, for your base page. Okay, so 5 7/8 and 6 1/8. And then I've had a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, I had a couple people ask about how are they able to cut their pages straight on their dolly. Okay, this is how I do it. So, whoops, hold on, let me move this out of the way. Apologize. Okay. So let me explain something. Once you bring this down a little bit, it tightens your page. See how up here it's not going to move. Okay, so I just basically come over to my score line, which I line my score line up right with this edge here, and I pull it out just a tiny bit because I don't want to cut exactly on the score line. And then I make sure that this is lined up down here at the bottom. Okay, so I can see that this is 5 7/8. Okay, but I need to pull mine out a little to make sure I don't cut on the score line. I don't want that score line on my paper. So, and then I hold it down with my hand and then slide down. That is the easiest way to make sure that your pages stay straight. Don't lean in this way, okay? So if you lean in towards this corner, it's going to cut it crooked. You need to make sure that it is lined up properly. I hope that helps for some of y'all. So now mine are pretty dang straight. Let's check it out. I can tell by this line, there is a slight curvature, but that could be me when I didn't exactly cut on the line. Yeah, this looks pretty darn straight. So let's do it again over here. Now I already have my score line, so I'm just going to keep on cutting those there. Yes, exactly, Monica. I like using the entire pocket, but it, like I said, it's up to you. It does add bulk. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta really get it, you gotta make sure that it's tight. Okay. So now this is the point where you would decide if you want to dye your edges. Again, I'm gonna use my all-time favorite that I always use. Is my brushed corduroy. 2 of these I'm going to keep the happy birthday to you, and 2 of these I'm going to do this. I'm just going to alternate it. Now you could cut all your papers at one time, okay? And this would be even quicker for you if you just basically cut all your paper and scored them all at once. How many pockets do you cut? You're going to have 6 pockets. 6 of these for your 6 pages. Or 6 signatures, excuse me. Don't let me say 6 pages, 6 signatures. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and ink my edges. And for all those who are new and have never seen this before, I do have a link where you can purchase these on our page, I believe. Somewhere in here, you just go to the top of our group button and search Distress Brushes. These are super easy and soft, and I love it. Okay, I see that I did not cut this exactly right. Oops. Hold on. I've had a little too much caffeine this morning. My hands are like, ah. Okay, sorry. That would drive me nuts, okay? Even though I wouldn't even be seeing that. I'm anal retentive, I guess. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ink all these real quick. Monica, where will the tutorial for this be? It's going to be right here on the page, and I hope that Tamara will remind me of how to put this on YouTube too. She did tell me before, and I forgot. And so now I've got to relearn how to put these on YouTube. But this will be here in our video file forever until Facebook, takes it off. We don't remove these. Facebook could possibly remove them. They haven't done it yet. So I think so far we're pretty good. Hi, Tam. Yes, 1 for each signature. Thank you, Jennifer. I think I made that side a little bit too dark. That's the one thing. If I'm not paying attention, I make these a little dark. Okay, I think I got them all. So here we go. And I had some extra pieces over here. What did I do with them? Okay. So you know how we have these 5 7/8? Okay. We're going to still keep 5 7/8 on one side, but now we want to make our little pieces for our pocket. okay? This is going to be, see again, 2 1/8 by 5 7/8. So I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 of those. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. I'm sorry, did I say 2 7/8? I mean 2 1/8. What? Maybe I did say 2 1/8 and I've already had a brain fart. Guys, don't get old and don't ever have your thyroid removed, okay? Because you will forget your whole life in just a matter of weeks. Okay, let me go ahead and distress those too. So you're going to essentially need 12 of these for your pocket pages. I should have mentioned for somebody to write down the measurements for me because I will probably forget and have to do it again. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and attach these first. I did not cut that right. It's crooked. I see. What on earth? Hold on, guys. Let me see something. Wow, that's really bizarre. It doesn't look crooked, but it did like 2 seconds ago. It is crooked. All right, very slightly though. I guess I wasn't paying attention very well. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Anywho, let's move on. Thank goodness this album is just for me. So I'm just going to line it up. And burnish it in. And do the same thing on this side. Oh, Roberta, you know what? That is from Prima. That is, I know it looks like the exact same thing that you would use on your foot. And maybe they initially had one of their people that worked for them use that tool, and then they kind of fixed it up for their own, because I used to do nails and stuff like that a long time ago, and I do know that this was never on there, and neither was this. And then they also added on, let me see, this little distress brush thing. I've never used this, but it looks neat. But yeah, this is from Prima, and I actually got it off Amazon. Okay. Now, you have a couple choices, okay? You can go ahead and add your papers on now, or you can do it this way, which means if you added your papers on now, I will explain something. This means that your little piece will be tucked underneath your paper, and that does create less bulk. But I will tell you one thing for sure, okay? Oh, Laura, what does this thing do? This distresses your papers, like it gives them a rough edge to make it look more vintage or shabby chic. Or you can do it on top. If you do it on top, it will create a little bit more bulk, but once you're putting these on here, you're going to see in a minute. I'll show you. because I'm weird like that. I'm going to show you. Okay. So I'm going to start off with my balloons. Now you can, use whatever papers or intermix your papers however you want. This is just, I'm doing this to be a little bit more organized to show you, what I'm at the tutorial actually. The rest of it is up to you. And there are no magnets in this. If you want to add magnets, you can do that. Excuse me, I'm making a mess here. I'm going to burnish that in. This is one thing I always miss, this one little corner. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, good. I don't know. Anytime it's cold here, my glue just oozes out. Does that ever happen to anybody else? Or is it just me? Or am I the one that has the bad luck? Yes, Laura, I just got it off of Amazon. Okay, so then I'm going to go to page 2, and I'm going to do the happy birthday. And for all of y'all who are new, this is art glitter glue that is sold in Tamara's store. And this little kit here is the Craftology box paper that if you've ordered the Craftology box, you will receive this for February. And I love it. And this is art glitter glue designer dries clear adhesive. So both of these she sells in her store, and I think she may still have some of the Craftology boxes left, which Melissa and Lori do tutorials for the Craftology box. So it's, you get lots and lots of tutorials. And this glue does dry clear.